All right, all right. Hey guys, welcome back to the One Piece, or sorry, the Side Piece podcast. Holy shit. Your place away from your main squeeze. Today with me, I have Tanner.
Hello.
I've got Angela.
Hello.
I've got Jason.
Yo, what's up with it?
Yo, what's up with it?
What up with it?
Today, we're gonna do a kind of a breather episode. Um, got some shit going on today, so we can't really do another episode of the read line in proper. We want to get you guys quality, not quantity. So today, with the time we have, we're gonna go over a few conversation topics. We're gonna go over some questions that we asked people to give us, either on Discord or Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff, Instagram. So we'll save the questions for the very end. But first off, I want to ask, how are you guys doing today?
I'm
I'm
doing pretty
doing all
good.
Doing pretty good.
That went as well as I expected it to. Uh,
right. Tanner and I have been one mind all morning.
Precisely. Bing.
Bomb.
one mind, one body, one soul.
One
Tanner,
conscious.
one conscious. Man. So let's see what to talk about. Tanner, where you continued watching the One Piece anime, right? After we
Yes.
left off reading.
Yes, I have continued.
Do you know exactly where you're at right now?
So right now I'm on episode 78 where Nami's like sick, but I'm like halfway through that episode.
Oh, okay. So you finished the Little Garden arc.
Yeah, I did.
Did you enjoy that arc?
Oh, I loved it. It's a lot of fun.
It is a
I
lot
like
of
the
fun,
two
man.
giants, but Dory and it's been a bit since I heard the other guy's name. Shoot.
Brocky.
Brocky. Yeah.
You know what they say about big feet? Big emotional trust issues with your co-captain.
Ah, yes, this is correct.
That is the saying.
This is the saying now.
Yeah. That arc is pretty wild. It's like
Hmm.
I don't I don't know how to feel about it per se. Jason, how do you feel about Little Garden?
Um, Honestly, now that I'm thinking about Little Garden, no shade, but it's probably in the. I'd say it's at least in the bottom 10 of One Piece arcs, maybe even five.
Wow, really?
Wow.
Like, aside from, the whole emotional attachment that comes from Dory and Broggy, the rest of it really wasn't that good, in my opinion.
Oh, really?
Like the
Valid.
Mr. 3 and Mr. 5 fight, really wasn't the best. It gave our boy Usopp a bit of a chance to shine, but that was really all it did.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. By the way, sorry if you can hear dogs barking outside. I have someone who keeps their dogs on a leash outside of their apartment complex. It's an epidemic on my sidewalk, to put it simply. Uh, but yeah, Little Garden is just it's weird. It's kind of like one of those arcs that should be good, especially in early One Piece, but then it's just not not that good.
Mhm.
That, at least
Yeah,
for
I
me.
think
Mr. Three
it
felt
was
like
good in like it was good in early One Piece, but as One Piece just built on and on and on, and it had so many great arcs, it just dropped farther and farther down the ranks.
mm,
You see, that's the problem with One Piece. It's a good thing and a bad thing. It's like we it's really good, that One Piece has that kind of that kind of progression with how great the arcs are, but then you look back and you're like, what the fuck was all this shit, man? Why didn't we get all this good shit before? So, let's see. Angela, what are your thoughts on Little Garden? I'm sorry.
I liked it at the time. I thought it was really good, but kind of like what Jason said, when you kind of look back at it, it's not like great or like in the top arcs.
I see that. I see that. It's understandable. You know, it's Angela. Let's see. After Little Garden, do you remember which arc is afterwards?
Is it Drum Island?
It is Drum Island. Do you like Drum Island?
It's a good arc, but to me, I felt like it was kind of dragged out. I don't know. I feel like some of the parts where I wasn't really that interested in, um, just because it was, I don't know. Looking back, I just feel like it was drawn out a little too much. Um, I do like it for certain aspects of it, but I wouldn't say it's like one of my top favorite arcs.
Oh my. Um, yeah, I understand. I totally get that. Drum Island is kind of one of those arcs where people love it for a very specific reason, and then they and that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Um, so Tanner, you are about to be the only One Piece virgin on this podcast.
This is correct.
Yes.
I
Jason,
have some catching up to do.
you do have some catching up to do, but we can help you out with that by reading along the read line, you know, every once in a while. Which I'm sorry, we did not do that this week. Um, Jason, you are about to be the next One Piece Chad. How do you feel?
I am, and I feel power. I I woke up a few hours ago and I wanted to, because I figured I could knock out like another like 8 probably episodes of Whole Cake Island, which I'm over halfway done with. But Crunchyroll decided, nope, not today.
Oh, that sucks, dude. Was it a issue with like the internet or like buffering or something like that?
It was more so my internet than Crunchyroll.
Ah, yeah.
uh,
But
Sometimes that happens, and I tend to get annoyed like whenever that happens. I'm like, I'm trying to watch One Piece, man. That's my dream. I want to be king of the Crunchyroll. Come on, man.
it is kind of wild though. Last week, this time, I was like halfway through Dressrosa, like 55 episodes to go, and then this week I'm halfway through Whole Cake Island. I have watched so much One Piece.
So to put it into perspective, that's about like 100 episode difference, I think.
More than 100 episodes. That's like over 130.
Right, right. Oh yeah, because halfway through Dressrosa is like 700 exactly.
Right.
That's right. So I'm gonna start with Tanner first because everyone else has gotten through a little bit longer. But Tanner, I'd like for you to talk about your favorite One Piece arcs up until this point. Oh my God, woman.
Sorry.
I'd like for you to talk about your favorite One Piece arcs up until this point. Um,
okay.
yeah.
So my favorite One Piece arcs so far, I think. Let me try to think. So I'm gonna go with like my top three, I guess, since I just haven't gotten that far in.
Oh, you're good.
uh, so I definitely think at like number three, I actually really did enjoy the Millennial Dragon filler arc for whatever reason. Like, it's something about the kid who's like able to talk to animals and like somehow whenever we learned that Luffy can talk to the dragon, that part was weird, but I liked it. Um, and just like the big fat guy, he was funny to me. And Eric, even though he was kind of a super throwaway character, I like the character a lot. Um, and then for my number two, ooh, this is a hard one. Here, let me think. I think number 2 is probably gonna be the like the Marine base arc whenever we meet Zoro for the first time.
Oh, Romance Dawn.
Yeah, Romance Dawn.
Oh, how about
Just
that?
because we get to meet the super badass character, and we get like our first crewmate, and plus we just read through it, so I got to voice. um, I got to voice Kobe, so that was also fun. And then my number one's probably got to be Arlong Park. I liked pretty much everything about that arc, um, especially getting to know that like Nami's past and her sister and whatnot, and we also got to see Usopp beat the crap out of a fishman who was just one of the stronger ones, I think, right? Or
Yeah, he was one of the Arlong officers.
yeah, I was like, hey, Usopp got something. He has a win for once.
Now, I'm sure we just pissed off the entire One Piece community because you put the fucking filler
For
arc
one.
as as one
Oh,
of your
I
top
most certainly
ones.
did.
I'm sure
I
we just
imagine
did that.
I pissed off at least one person in this call.
Well, you gotta be real. He hasn't seen that many arcs. One, two, three, four, five, six, like 7 of them.
Now, I was thinking he was gonna say like Baratier at least, you know.
Yeah, I was expecting Bratier really hard.
Those 3 were just the first ones that came up in my mind.
And that's fine. That's
So,
fine. I totally get it.
yeah.
You know. Speaking on the topic of thriller or not thriller arcs, filler arcs. Oh man, that was way too close to something I never want to mention on the podcast. Uh, uh, how do you guys feel about the filler in One Piece, the anime?
Well, ever since about Thriller Bark, I've skipped almost all of the filler. Like I watched the first few filler arcs, like G8 and then the Millennium Dragons, or like I remember a filler episode where Luffy was a ninja, I guess, where he was
It was
sneaking
a
around
ninja.
somewhere.
Yeah, he was trying to become the Paikage.
Okage, the
But
kid in Water Village.
filler, like all filler, of course, can be skipped. But I think my favorite thing about the One Piece filler is that usually, unless someone tells you it's filler or like you look up a guide for what's filler and what's not, you really can't tell. Like, if you had never told me that the Millennial Dragon arc was filler, I would have never known because it had just the same feeling as normal One Piece did. And I really like that.
See, for the longest time, I sorry, sorry, 1 second.
You good?
Sorry about that. That's something stuck in my throat. So, for the longest time, I actually thought that Thriller Bark was a filler arc. Like I really did. And when I started reading weekly, we were already in Impel Down. So I had to catch up. So how Viz and Shonen Jump in the United States did their publication. If you remember those magazines that they used to print out, do those ring a bell?
No, I've never read the manga.
Oh dang. Well, they used to print out these magazines, just like in Japan, how every week they have a magazine with chapters in it, except they would do it monthly.
Hmm.
But since they started so late, they went from East Blue all the way to the end of Alabasta, and then they skipped to Impel Down. So just to catch up to the release at the time. So I didn't even know about Thriller Bark in the manga until I reread the manga. Um, So I definitely feel you. Like sometimes some of the canon arcs seem a little bit filler-ish, and then sometimes the filler arcs seem a little bit canon-ish, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right. So Tanner, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to single you out on this one, but at the same time, I think we're gonna promote something to you. Um, Me, Jason, and Angela have all seen the sixth One Piece movie, Baron Omatsuri and the Secret Island. Um, I would like you guys to talk a little bit about that because it's a really underrated One Piece film in regards to today's fandom.
Jason, you want to go
Angie?
ahead? Oh, well, like, do you want me to like talk about what it's about or just how I feel about it?
Kind of give like a brief kind of like like explanation of what the film is about, but also say how you feel about it at the same time.
Okay.
Just no
Um,
spoilery stuff for the One Piece virgin.
so basically, the crew goes to an island. It's kind of a weird island, and they have to participate in certain things in order to get, from what they say, like access to their island, I guess. But everything's not as it seems necessarily on there. Um, but the movie will give you like the chills. Like it is so well um written and produced that um it's a lot better than a certain arc in the um in the anime and manga, and it's how it should have been done. But I really enjoyed it. There is one scene that's kind of like burned into my mind, an image that's like so, like, it gets you kind of emotional and it's also kind of frightening. And yeah, I think it was really well written.
Jason, what do you feel about the film?
I'm gonna be honest. I started the movie when Jeremy recommended it to me, and he sent me a link for it, and I went and I watched it, and I started the movie, and it looked really weird, but that was because it wasn't drawn by the same people who like draw One Piece, and I was really turned off at first because of how weird everything looked. But then I gave it a chance and I watched it, and it starts off just this amazing, cool, just typical One Piece adventure. Like, I'd say pretty comparable to the Long Ring Longland, just no serious stakes, no you're gonna die, someone's gonna die, or whatever like that. It's just, people having fun in what's essentially a sporting event. And then it's so good. It just skyrockets out of nowhere. I I cried watching the movie, definitely. And I am 100% sure that the image Angie has burned into her mind is also burned into my mind. And I am very confident we are talking about the same thing.
Yeah, something else that I'd add is side kind of we watched it together and he was like it's very unsettling, and he's like you'll really like it because you like horror. And I'll say like the first half of it I was like, okay, where's the unsettling part? But then like halfway through you're like, okay, there's definitely something wrong here. So it's not like just start out with it, it like has this story that develops with it.
So for people who are watching it, I'll repeat again. It's called One Piece Baron Omatsuri and the Secret Island. It was never given a proper English release. So the only way to buy it legally is to buy a DVD from Japan, which I don't think has subtitles. So there you can probably find a fan translation somewhere online. That's kind of what I had to do. Um, but with One Piece film 6, which this is the sixth film, it's basically, and for all intents and purposes, a One Piece horror film. It's definitely like Angela said, unsettling at times, and I feel like this is a almost exactly what I wanted out of a different arc, like Angela talked about. Um, but whenever you guys finish Alabasta, that arc, feel free to check out this movie. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Probably one of the best, if not the best, One Piece movie before Oda got involved with them. Um, it's definitely something you guys should check out. Now, to move away from One Piece a little bit. Oh my goodness. To move away from One Piece a little bit, um, I would like to talk about some anime or manga that we've been interested in for a little bit that we haven't really spoken about recently. Like anything that we've, watched recently or, read recently, anything like that. And because I singled out Tanner, why don't you give us a little go, huh?
Okay. So recently, I haven't really been watching too many other anime because I've just been trying to get all caught up on One Piece. But in particular, what's just been on my watch list as far as like Crunchyroll goes, I've been watching a lot of ReZero, and I saw recently that oh, why can't I remember the name now? Haikyuu is coming out with more episodes, and so I need to go and catch up to that really quick. But besides that, one that's like just really interested me with like the premise, but I haven't even started watching yet, is Kino's Journey. And yeah, that's really about it as far as a lot of the shows that I've been watching or been wanting to watch.
Um, Angela, have you read anything recently that you'd like to talk about or watched anything recently?
I haven't really watched anime lately, but I've been reading some manga. Um, the ones that I've been interested in so far, like I like horror, like I just like that genre. So, um, what's his name? Jin Ito? Is
Junji
that
Junji
Ito.
Ito.
yes. So I last weekend I read Shiver, which is basically it's like 9 short stories from the author, and it was really good. I really enjoyed reading that. I kind of wish I'd found um this earlier, just like around Halloween time. I feel like I would have really enjoyed that. I still enjoy it, but um that it's good for like around Halloween time. But all around, there was one story that really got to me, and I'm like, oh geez, I'm gonna have nightmares about it. It's basically about a fashion model, and the fashion model is very unsettling. It's not like your typical model. He sees it in a magazine and it kind of sticks with him. Like whenever he closes his eyes or sleeps, he sees that image, and then they decide that they're going to do a movie. And the guys that he's with, like, oh, you should just hire her. So like if you see her in person, you won't be so scared. Um, but and so they do, but she's not as she seems. But yeah, that's a really good one. There's also other good stories about like flying blimps of people's heads, and you have like your own head blimp that's going around that's trying to hang you. It's these are really unsettling, but good. And then I also read Rimina, which I think is like his newest one, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And basically that's about a planet um that is basically destroying all the other planets in the solar system. But yeah, I'm really enjoying those.
Yeah, Junji Ito, he does like really good horror manga. Um, I believe his what people consider his magnum opus is No Longer Human. I think it's like 600 plus pages long. Uh, but from what I've heard is fantastic. But I know my little sister is really into Junji Ito. Um, really unsettling stuff at times, but he's really good. There's always something that will scare the shit out of you in any of his works. Jason, how about you? Have you watched or read anything recently besides One Piece?
Um, I'm kind of been hard focused on catching up on One Piece. Sometimes when like because where I'm at is past like the One Piece dub, so if I ever kind of just want to chill, not have to focus on subtitles, usually I'd go and I'd rewatch either Kaguya-sama Love is War or Uzagi-chan Wants to Hang Out. I love those two shows so much. They're awesome. I've seen Kaguya-sama like 5 times all the way through. And besides that, not anything I've really read recently, but I am really looking forward to Doctor Stone season 2, which is set to come out in January, and I'm expecting to be watching that weekly as it comes out. I am so excited.
See, The Promised Neverland season 2 is going to come out. They just released the trailer. It's coming out January 7th. I don't know if it's going to be simulcasted or not, but I'm really excited for that. Um, yeah, it's a really good
That's one
series.
that's one I've been wanting to watch. Was The Promised Neverland. That's one that's like on my list for animes to binge watch once I finish One Piece and become a weekly reader and watcher.
If you really liked Death Note, this kind of hits a lot of those tones. It's not as I wouldn't say it's as intelligent as Death Note is, where like they have this entire like plan and shit, and they all the
Hmm.
entire thing. But it's definitely hitting a lot of those feelings that Death Note gave me, and I think that's a really rare kind of find, if I'm honest.
I mean, I liked Death Note for what it was. It's not my favorites list. It's just like I know it hit a lot of people hard and it stuck with them, but that's that genre, I guess, of anime just didn't really stick that hard with me. Like it was good for what it was, but
Right. Not a lot of people like those kind of, for lack of a better word, like intelligent anime. That has that like detective shit and all that. Not everyone likes that. Like everyone has their own preference, and like me, I don't like romance very much. But other people do. Um, it's just one of those things. In terms of what I've been watching or reading, um, I have been very slowly, very slowly reading um, Saint Young Men. It's a it's a manga about Jesus and Buddha taking a vacation and living in modern Japan. And they're like roommates and shit, and they try and like try not to draw too much attention to themselves because they're afraid that if they get found out, then it's gonna start some sort of major war or peace and shit. But it's a comedy manga, so like Buddha is like this really kind of like stickler penny pincher person, and Jesus is as hippie can be, and he, it's just a really funny kind of gimmick. But even Buddha has a soft side. He likes to draw manga, and he really wants to be a manga artist. So I thought it was really, really funny. There's only 4 volumes out right now, but they are double volumes. And they're only available in hardback, but it's really
It
good.
it sounds like one of those like weird slice of life animes.
You know, it,
You
it,
know,
it
where
kind of
like
is. It kind of
like
is.
I can imagine that being like a weird slice of life anime. The Buddha is a mangaka? Question mark.
Yeah, it was funny. Like he drew like a manga, like a chapter, and showed it to Buddha or not Buddha to Jesus, and he starts laughing and shit, right? And then because he's laughing, he starts accidentally transforming all of his ceramic plates into bread. He's just performing fucking miracles. It's the funniest thing ever, dude. Like it's so good. And whenever he feels like super humble, like he starts like he wears like the thorn crown, right? And you know, in Christianity, the sign of him bleeding from those thorns is a sign that he's giving up a lot. So every time he feels like super humbled, he just starts bleeding in the middle of like a public place, and Buddha's trying to put like a bag on his head and like, no, no, you're drawing attention, stop it, stop. But
I
yeah,
need to read that.
It
oh,
sounds like an interesting manga.
it is so good, dude. It's so good. In fact, the fourth volume was translated by the current translator of One Piece, Stephen Paul.
Really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Unfortunately, it'll probably never be an anime.
Well, it was released in like the early 2000s, I think.
Oh,
I don't know if it's oh, another thing about that series. So Buddha likes manga, right? And he goes to the store and finds out that they've made, like, this is a real series, by the way. They've made a manga series about the life of Buddha. And so he buys the entire series, and this manga, I can't remember the name of the artist, but he's considered like the god of manga and modern manga and all of that.
Hmm.
Just because of how he drew and all of that stuff. And he just bought the entire series, and then he's like, "Hey, I need to go to the store to buy the new volume of the Buddha manga." And Jesus is like, "Why? It ended like 20 years ago." And he's like, "If there's a special re-release, I need to get it. I need to get it." It's the funniest shit, dude. It's so good. Uh, I think I went off on a tangent, but I think that it was okay.
you kind of did.
That was a fine tangent.
It was one fine tangent. Um,
Indeed.
but yeah, that's what I've
Now we
been.
just need to find. Now we just need to find a fine sine and a fine cosine.
Oh shit,
Oh.
man,
Oh.
you bring.
Oh,
I got an F in college algebra, Jason. I don't know. I did not find. I did not see the sign. I did not open up my eyes and see the sign. Okay, is yes, yes. Um,
Yes.
by the way, I got a new mic. Does it sound a lot better?
it
Ah,
does.
it does sound better.
It does sound better now. You can see my soft, silky voice. You know, that's what I really wanted to give
No,
people.
not again.
Me too.
Oh, shit. Oh shit. I was really, really fucking with Jason last night and doing that
Yesterday.
shit.
It wasn't even that. You know what you were doing
Oh,
wrong.
I
You're
know what
trying
I
to
was
make it
doing.
something else.
I definitely know what I was doing. Oh, Jesus. That was funny as fuck. But I can't do it anymore. So, alright. So, One Piece characters. Now that we're circling back because that's the series we're covering right now. One Piece characters. Uh, Tanner, at this point in time, who is your favorite Straw Hat?
My favorite Straw Hat? Oh, this is a hard one. Oh, goodness. My favorite Straw Hat? Probably. I'm gonna just be safe and I'm gonna say Luffy.
Luffy.
He said I'm
Luffy.
a beast.
Yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum. Uh,
Damn it.
ya yo. Um. All right. So, how about your favorite non-Straw Hat? Side character, main character, does not matter.
Oh, my favorite non-straw hat.
Yeah.
Oh, there's too many characters. Fuck.
He's 70 episodes in, and now he's figuring out what is happening.
He thinks there's a
uh,
lot of characters now.
Yeah, it gets nuts. Don't aren't you a big fan of Smoker?
oh yeah, I did like Smoker.
Yeah, he's got
Um,
that nice V shape that everyone likes. What does that mean? Can someone tell me what that means? I don't know what that means, but he's got that nice V shape.
I don't know.
The muscle, the V muscle. Tanner, right below your abs.
Oh,
He's
that.
got them gutters. Oh shit.
Oh my goodness.
Would you say Smoker's your favorite?
Uh, I wouldn't say that he's necessarily my favorite, mainly because I do have like other villains, quote unquote, that I somewhat like better. Like
Mr.
like
Nine.
I just remembered how annoying his voice was.
Miss Wednesday. You said Crocus, right? Tanber.
Crocus. Oh shoot. Can't remember who Crocus was. Heck.
He's the guy that was taking care of Laboon.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, he's alright. He's
He's
just
chill.
fine. He's just chill.
He's just vibing.
He's just a little vibe. It's alright.
Actually, you know what? Since I said that I wanted to get a plush of him, definitely Laboon.
Definitely Laboon. Laboon.
Laboon.
We never see him again.
Oh.
Oh man,
It's
I was doing that shit to Jason when he was watching Dressrosa, and he's like, "What about this character? I really like him." Oh yeah, he's really good, and we never see him again.
Shit.
And then like 20 episodes later, he'll see him again and be like, "What the fuck, Jeremy?" No, no, no. This is the last one. We'll never see him again after this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Jason.
Oh god.
Jason.
I-
Out of all the characters that Tanner has seen, which is up to the beginning of Drum Island, what would you say your favorite Straw Hat would be?
Nami. Nami's been my favorite character since the beginning.
Nami. Okay, I figured. How about your favorite non-Straw Hat?
Well, you didn't even ask me why I like Nami.
I think we all know why you like Nami. I think we saw some Treasure
No.
Cruise pictures why you like Nami.
No, I remember this story very vividly of when I started One Piece, and I talked about how much I really liked Nami, because it was nice to have like a strong main female character that wasn't used for fan service,
Oda
right?
lied.
Because because
Okay, but are
early.
you? Go ahead.
Go
Sorry.
on. No.
Are you sure she's not used for fan service?
In early One Piece she wasn't. In
Okay.
early One Piece she never wore anything other than a long sleeve shirt, because she had to cover her tattoo,
It was
her
short
Arlong
sleeve, but yeah.
tattoo. But I mean, she had to cover her Arlong tattoo.
Yeah.
Is the point. And then even after that, she never wore like low cut shirts. The first instance of her wearing anything fan servicey was in Alabasta. But and when that happened, my enjoyment of Nami really dropped a lot, because I'm like, oh wow, never mind. There goes, main reason I loved her. But then she got the climate act.
She got them.
Which,
She
Tanner?
got them gutters, man.
Tanner, you haven't seen the climate act yet, but trust me, it is the coolest weapon in anime ever.
Okay.
That's a lie, but
No,
I'll
it
let
is
you-
it is the coolest weapon in anime ever. So Nami stayed my favorite.
I think that Sanji's leg is much cooler than the Climatex, but that's just me. That's just me.
You're wrong.
He's got them shoes, man. The shoes are way better. Much more technology fit into that chef shoe.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm just
As
hazing you.
for as for my favorite non-Straw Hat, for a very, very long time, like up until Dressrosa, Smoker was my favorite character in the entire series.
Smoker, I barely even know her.
You do that every time I say that name. For months, whenever I said Smoker, you would say that.
Yeah, it's still funny to me.
Yeah. For a very for a very long time, Smoker was my favorite character overall, so it's gonna have to be Smoker.
Gotcha. Angela, up until Drum Island, the beginning of Drum Island, not past Drum Island, what would you say your favorite Straw Hat would be?
Oh wait,
Oh,
how far into Drum Island?
Nami just
Cause
got
he.
sick.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
So, like, the very beginning. Go ahead, Angela.
My favorite would be Usopp.
Ooh,
I will say, and the reason that I really like Usopp is, I believe out of all the Straw Hats, he has the best character development. And I like seeing that.
how about a non-straw hat?
I was thinking of this and I I can't think of any before Drum Island. Like all my favorite non-straw hats are after. Like I can't think of one.
You don't have any non-straw hat? You don't like Smoker or Tashigi, or maybe you like Alvita, or how about Buggy D motherfucking Clown? How about that one?
Yes,
Absolutely not.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely not.
You don't
No.
like
Andrew does not like Buggy.
Tanner? Do you like
Like
Buggy?
Buggy's pretty cool. I
Okay,
like his
thank God.
I like his double power.
like I can think of a lot of favorite non-straw hats, but I can't before Drum Island. Like the soonest one that I can think of is in Alabasta. Well, actually, no. She's introduced before Alabasta, but
Are you talking about Vivi?
yes.
She's introduced in Whiskey Peak.
Has he been there yet? I get
Yeah, he
confused.
just
Yeah.
left Little Garden.
Okay, then Vivi.
Vivi, huh? Oh, okay. Surprisingly enough, Little Garden was my nickname in high school.
Not this again.
My goodness.
Jason, I can't let you keep smelling like hot dog water over there. I gotta liven you up a little bit.
The thing that hurts the most about these stupid old bits that are coming back is that nobody but me understands why I am so frustrated.
That's called character development.
This is the true character development. It wasn't an anime. It was in our hearts all along.
Hot dog water.
Hot dog.
Oh man. Oh Jesus. All right. That yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think that's pretty much all of the topics that I wanted to touch on, but we did get a couple questions surprisingly enough, and I really do
You're
thank
just
the
gonna
people.
you're just gonna not participate in the conversation?
Oh fuck, that's right. My my favorite.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Oh man, damn it, Jeremy! Why you do that? My favorite Straw Hat is Sanji because he is he's a cook, and I am a cook, and I like cooking. Um, my favorite non-straw hat, that is a good question, because I don't give a shit about most other characters in One Piece. um, let's see. Favorite non-straw hat. I do really like Smoker. I do like Smoker, but I'm gonna have to go with Buggy D Clown. I really like Buggy. You either hate Buggy or you love Buggy. Like there's no in between. You either there's two camps. See,
It's all
Angela
my
and
Angie
Jason.
side here.
Yeah, Angela and Jason. They hate Buggy for some reason. I don't
I
understand.
I I really don't like Buggy.
Why do y'all hate Buggy?
I'm gonna hit you
He's
with that
so
patented
annoying.
Buggy ball.
Yeah.
I can't deal with him. He's annoying and arrogant.
That's why he's so great. He's gonna be the Pirate King, baby.
I can't stand characters like that.
Bucky D. Clown's gonna swoop in and take the One Piece.
Yeah, dude. No joke. I told Jason about a theory I had, and it'll make sense as you catch up to One Piece. But I really wholeheartedly believe that Buggy will either become a really influential figure in the One Piece world, or he is going to become the Pirate King by the end of the fucking series.
No, his entire theory is based off of this thing happened once in the series, so it's gonna happen again.
No. My theory is that Buggy throughout the
Name
entire series fails upwards.
name one other time he fails upwards, besides Impel Down. Name one other time.
He got knocked into the sky by Luffy and found an even more powerful ally.
That
Alvida.
that's not failing upwards.
Yes, it is. He failed, and then he grew his pirate crew as a result, and he got connections and shit. And then, whenever he failed again, he escaped because Luffy, had whatever fucking whoever dragon is showed up and did his little wind swirly woo powers, and then Buggy decided that he could escape due to that. He failed against Smoker, and guess what? He fucking succeeded anyway.
He didn't succeed. He didn't kill Luffy.
Well, okay, people can have different objectives at different points in time, so if he didn't kill Luffy, that's one thing. But then when Smoker comes up and, Buggy has to transform into his awesome, cool automobile, okay, why haven't we seen that yet in the series again? That's what I want to know, because that was cool. But no, like, then he's like, oh shit, there's Smoker, and then he gets captured, and then the wind gusts, and he's like, oh yeah, let's leave, holy shit. And he leaves! He leaves! That's the best part! He fails upwards!
Also, Luffy fails upwards way more than Buggy.
And that's the mark of the Pirate King, baby.
Oh my god. You see, he's not joking. He truly does believe that Buggy will be the king of the pirates at the end of the series.
I really do. Like, I'm planting my feet down on this, dude. Like, I believe either that or he's gonna be some other high position. But
This is the hill that Side will die on.
I will die on this hill. And if I don't get it, we'll find out in 5 years. But if this doesn't come true, I promise on the podcast I will eat spam on the podcast.
Tanner makes horribly. Like,
Yes.
You don't understand how upset it would make me if the series ended with Buggy being the king of the pirates.
No. That's not saying that Luffy won't be the king of the pirates. That's saying that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I would be like so upset if like the ending is like, oh, Luffy's dead. Someone else is the king of the pirates now, and it's Buggy. That
Dude,
would make me so mad.
I would be on cloud 9. You have no idea.
oh, Luffy dead.
Like, Angie,
Who Pirate King now?
have to. Do you agree with me on this, right, Angie? That would make you so upset if that was the ending.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's within the realm of possibility. You can't deny that. Oh, it's so sad.
How is it? All right, I can't even have this conversation with you because it's spoiled Tanner.
Well, yes, that's true. But yeah, I that's my personal theory. Buggy D Clown is gonna be the king of the pirates. There's no logical argument that suggests that he can't. He just can't. He's gonna be the king of the pirates. He's gonna do it.
My theory is that
We're
by
gonna
the
get
end
some
of the
comments
series,
about this
there will be... My personal theory is that with the end of the series, there will no longer be a need for a king of the pirates.
I think that is a possibility, but I think what might happen. Well, I can't get into that honestly, but I'll tell you later. I don't want to spoil the One Piece virgin. You know what I mean? I don't want to take his virginity.
Make fun of him. Make fun of him.
I'm not making fun. Why?
He deserves it.
All right. Well, I guess we'll move on to questions now because I love the people who, if you ever have any questions, feel free to email us at sidepieceanimepodcast@gmail.com or follow us on Twitter or Instagram. Why not check out our Discord? You know, why not? All the links will be in the description below. Feel free to check it out because, you know,
Oh,
that's
you
what
know
we
what?
want.
But before questions, let's play a game, okay?
Sure. Sure.
All right, here's how it's gonna go. We're gonna start with Angie, and then we're gonna go to Tanner, and then Jeremy, and then to me. All right. What's gonna happen is Angie's gonna say a word, and Tanner's gonna say a word that rhymes.
What?
Okay, you ready? Angie,
Makes
you're
no
gonna say a
sense.
word.
Luffy.
Goofy.
Shit. Why'd you pick Luffy? um, Goofy.
Um,
This is your game, Jason.
Yeah, Jason.
Sandwich.
What?
That doesn't.
You lied to
I
me.
How
just
is that?
had a, I
You
just had a
lied,
stroke,
Jason.
dude. I just had the biggest stroke ever.
All right,
I
on to
for-
questions.
You
I
played us for
forgot where I
fools.
was. I forgot what I was doing.
In the middle of the podcast, Jason. Oh my god. I don't think we got any questions on Instagram. Yeah, we didn't get any
I don't
questions
believe
on
you did
Instagram.
either.
But we did get questions on my personal Facebook. But we're gonna intermingle Twitter and Facebook here. So the first question comes from our good buddy Pablo. What is everyone's favorite female character slash waifu in the anime manga you have seen? Top 5 if it's too difficult to choose one.
Who we starting with here? You know, let's start with you, Jeremy. You pick on us all the time. We never pick on you.
Oh, my waifu. You want to know my waifu?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's obviously got to be Duval before getting his face pounded in. That's it.
Nope. It's not a female character.
Anyone could be a female character. Are you being transphobic right now, Jason? Come on, dude. Let's be.
Not enough.
It's kind of messed up,
It's
Jason.
kind of Jason. Okay, fine. I'll take it seriously.
Actually, Duval openly said he's the most handsome quote man end quote.
I guess favorite female. Okay, do you understand how many female characters there are in anime slash manga that you have to know the age of in order to answer this question? Because if you answer someone like, let's just take My Hero Academia for example. Okay, you have to choose an adult hero if you're above the age of 18. You have to, or else you're a fucking pedophile. That's just how it is. Okay. So I have to like rack my brain of all the knowledge I have, and I'm like, oh my god, who is above the age of 18? Who is this? Who is that? You know. So give me a second. I think I'm going to go with dun, dun, dun. Holy shit! This is a hard question for me to answer. Oh, Alvita pre-Devil Fruit.
What?
She got them curves, man. What can I say?
Oh my.
All right.
All right, someone else answer seriously.
Alright, so by far best waifu, Echidna from ReZero.
Did you say a
Oh.
kid from ReZero?
Echidna. It's the Witch of Greed, the first witch that Subaru meets.
Oh, okay. All right. Understandable why you would pick that person. I've never seen that anime, but understandable why you picked.
She's fucking hot, bro.
And she's finna make you act up. Oh shit.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Well, she's like 1,000 years old or some shit. I forget how old she is actually.
Um,
Jason, how about you?
I had one picked out, and then I kind of realized it's kind of a spoiler character for Tanner.
What you could
So,
do is just say vaguely. So if it's like later on in One Piece, you can just say, "Oh, just later on in One Piece, I really like this person."
no, no, it's
I think you can, if this is what we talked about yesterday, I think you can just say the name because she's not even introduced as her name.
true, and Tanner will probably forget by then.
Oh, are you talking about Miss All Sunday?
Well,
Well,
you
that
just
thanks.
Well, he knows who
said
Miss All
this to
Sunday
me.
Yeah, I
is.
know who Missile Sunday is.
Wow, it's a good thing Tanner's stupid, or else he would have been spoiled just now.
He's been to my house, Jason. You know how many One Piece memorabilia is all over my house?
Also, shut up,
Yes,
Jason. I ain't stupid. You're stupid.
uh,
Fuck you.
you're pretty dumb. Yeah, it's Miss All Sunday.
Oh yeah, it's Miss All Sunday. Angela?
Post time skip, Nami.
Wow, she went in straight for the spoiler. Holy shit. She just she just fucking dropped
Who
the time
cares?
skip and everything in front of the Virgin.
He said before he doesn't care about spoilers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's valid.
What? Who'd you say, Nami?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. I see
Plus, I
you.
already knew about the time skip.
I see you like them milk trucks, huh? You guess she got. Holy shit!
Just the audible sigh
The audible
from
sigh.
Andrew.
All right, this one comes from our good friend Shesmo. Question for the podcast: are there any misconceptions about One Piece that you'd like to clear? I'll go first on this one. One Piece is not. It's not for kids. It's not for kids. If you're 13 and up, you should be able to be okay with it. But it is not for kids. No matter what the art style looks like, no matter what themes it might have in the very beginning, it will fuck up your 7-year-old. Okay, just chill out.
I think I have a pretty common misconception to clear up.
And what's that?
It is not just another shonen battle anime. It is not. I see that so often where people are like, I'm not going to watch One Piece. It's just shonen battle anime, but longer. It is about the adventure,
Yeah, I mean,
and you'll never understand it because you refuse to watch it.
see, that's a big thing too. Is like a lot of people want to be like, oh man. I think we were talking about this yesterday. One Piece is not about the fights. In fact, a lot of the fights in One Piece are really piss poor. If I'm being real with you.
Yeah,
Yeah. One Piece is all about the excitement and adventure and mystery of the world, and that's it's going on so long because people, including Oda, just fell in love with the world and they just keep exploring it. But if you're only focused on fights, watch Bleach. They have fights that are like 30 episodes long. Do that. Tanner, Angela, do you have any misconceptions about One Piece you want to clear up?
As a One Piece virgin, I don't know too many misconceptions. So
Well, very, very true.
I don't really know. Maybe that it's too long to start. That's the only thing I can think of. People are kind of scared to start it. I know I was one of those people, just because of how long it is. But it's definitely worth it. And once you're into it, you don't really want to stop watching.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Tanner, um, have you been intimidated by its massive girthy length?
I've been intimidated by its massive girthy link for like 4 years. So like,
Well, now that you started it, does it feel so bad?
Oh, absolutely not. It's a really nice watch. Just
Yeah.
like on any given day, I can just, sit down, watch some One Piece,
Even
and
though
just chill out.
it's massive and girthy, it goes down smooth, doesn't it?
Yeah, like the fact that it's massive and girthy means I'm gonna have a crap ton of content just to watch, just constantly, and I won't have much fear of just ending and not like being able to keep watching.
And even so, like One Piece is still gonna go on for about 4 to 5 more years. So even
Yeah.
if you catch up, you will still have more content, and even when the manga ends, you will still have more content. Through the anime.
Mm.
What? Oh, yeah. It's One Piece has a lot of misconceptions about it. That's for sure. And it sometimes it gets a little annoying whenever you talk to people and you're like, man, it's just so long. I don't want to watch something unless I can finish it. And I'm like, dude, it's not about finishing it. If we would not be watching this series right now, for years. For years, I have been reading weekly. I would not be doing that if I wanted to finish the fucking story. I would not do that. We have another question from Pablo. This is the last question. Um, for a new anime fan, would you rather recommend the original or remake of Neon Genesis Evangelion?
I'll be honest, I have no idea what he's talking about.
That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly. I know what he's talking about. Does anyone else know what he's talking about?
I've heard of the
I
anime. My friend Greg says it's a mind fuck, so no.
I also know the anime. It's on my list of things I want to binge watch when I catch up to One Piece, but I've never watched it.
So I think I'm the only person with an opinion on this. So I guess I'll I'll talk about it. Um, Neon Genesis Evangelion is indeed a mindfuck at times. However, the difference between the original and the remake, the biggest difference to me, is that the original is extremely fucking hard to find. It was aired on TV, and then it had a limited run VHS accompanying it, similar to like the old Dragon Ball Z tapes and shit. So unless you can find all the VHS tapes, or you can pirate it online, there is not a feasible way for you to find the original run of Neon Genesis Evangelion. The remake itself does change a lot of stuff, and I think it cuts out quite a few bits. Um, I personally would recommend you buying the manga because that's how you get the pure story. That's how you get everything that was intended to be in there, and it's ready and willing for you to buy. It's available everywhere basically. But if you want to watch it, I would have to choose the remake just because of how easy it is to watch it. The original is way too hard to find. But I think that's all the questions we got. I just checked the email. There's no questions on the email. Just check the podcast Discord. There's nothing like that. Let's see. Oh yeah, audible gasp. Uh, so
Audible cat?
yeah.
Gasp.
Ah, uh, so is there anything else you guys want to talk about today this week?
Not that I could think of.
Not until Tanner gets caught up for a while.
Yeah, Tanner, get your shit together. Shit, Tanner, shit.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Come on, man. Whenever you pop that cherry, okay, you'll never go back. That's it.
Gotta pop that One Piece cherry.
I was trying to
Dude,
sound
I
like
cannot-
I gotta pop that devil fruit, dog.
the cherry no me. Um, I was trying to sound like a high school jock pressuring a nerd friend into having sex, but it did not plan out how I wanted it to.
I cannot wait for Tanner to meet my favorite character.
Bartolomeo.
I love Bartolomeo.
Okay. You know what? I actually said that randomly, and then I looked up and I'm like, oh shit, oh yeah, that's right. Um, but yeah, Bartolomeo is pretty good. I like Bartolomeo.
Luffy senpai.
Oh my.
Oh,
Oh, Luffy. Um.
La, 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 la.
So next week, are we gonna be available next week to record? I know it's the holiday weekend.
I know that Christmas is Friday. I'm pretty sure I'll be available on Saturday.
We should be able to be available. Jason, would
Well,
you be
very
available?
special.
Yeah, I'm down for some read line. And by next week I'll be caught up, so maybe we can talk about the new chapters that will
Oh
come
yeah,
out
that's
next
right.
Sunday.
Until you get caught up with the story, Tanner, unfortunately, we cannot include you on this little section. But what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna continue to do the read line, kind of like as a main longer podcast with the One Piece version. We need the One Piece version to catch up so
We
he can
need the
join
One
us.
Piece version.
But because the One Piece version is not caught up, we want to start covering the chapters as soon as Jason gets caught up. So
Gotcha.
on Saturday, we would probably be recording the read line, or on Sunday. But on Sunday, we would also be recording like a 30-minute blurb or whatever. Like maybe, something talking about the new chapter of One Piece and the new chapter in the new episode of One Piece. So that way people could, at least follow along, if they're already caught up, because, sometimes people don't want to, rehash all that shit. But
Yeah, that's about.
I figured that this would be a really a really good split, I would say. We would post the new chapter video on Sundays, and we would post the read line sometime in the middle of the week, and hopefully that would tide people over. I hope people are okay with that. Are you okay with that, Tanner?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah. And then once you get caught up, you can join us. You can
Heck
join
yeah.
us riding the big dick of One Piece, just like everyone else here.
Ginormous dick of One Piece and all of its
Oh,
dick and
shit.
ball glory.
You two are the worst. You two are the literal worst.
Know you.
You have to multiply X by
Dabs.
the yaw of the shaft. Have you seen South Park? Is that a reference that's getting lost?
Stop.
Okay. All right. All right. But yeah, that's gonna be the new schedule. By the way, surprisingly enough, Shaft was my nickname in high school.
Oh my goodness.
Angie, you and I are the only sane people in this call.
Yes.
It's a good mix, I would say. It's a good mix. If Tanner wasn't here to help balance it out, I think I would be quite outnumbered, and this would be a little more boring. Not to
This is
say you
true.
guys aren't boring, but sometimes you need a little Buggy D clown in the mix. You know what I mean? Jason's had enough of our shit.
Jason's like enough side piece podcast.
enough of the side piece. It's called the side piece for
No
God's
more.
sakes. So Tanner, where can people find you on social media?
Yes. Everyone can find me on Twitter at MauiBoyMusic, on Instagram at MauiBoyInMisery, and on YouTube at MauiBoyMusic. And if you want to catch my streams at some point, which I have a very lackluster streaming schedule this part of time in particular, you can find me at MauiBoyTT.
Jason, how about you? Where can people find you at?
You can find me on Twitter at SSMGanGuy. And that's it.
Angela, where can people find you at?
You can find me on Twitter at Angie underscore. Hold on. I gotta make sure. I don't use Twitter much. Hold on.
That's understandable.
Yeah, Angie underscore Marie 977.
And you can find me Jeremy at SSB_side on Twitter. You can also find all four of us in the Side Piece Podcast Discord. That is definitely a place that we are trying to grow. Whenever you join the Side Piece Podcast Discord, you can always comment questions, comments, and concerns in various channels on there. You can also email us any of your thoughts, comments, and questions at sidepieceanimepodcast@gmail.com. And you can also just tag us on Twitter if you'd like. But just in case you haven't, or on Instagram, that's also one of those things. If you if you have any questions or comments, we always either ping or post everyone on all of our social media, whether to let everyone know that we're gonna be answering questions and shit. But hopefully the people who ask questions got their questions answered sufficiently, and if not, you can tell us that we are still a piece of garbage. All right. So, anything else you guys want to talk about?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I guess it's time. It's time to
Tanner's a
end.
poopy head.
Tanner is a doo-doo head, but I love his doo-doo head.
No, I don't.
I do.
I don't love you either, Jason. Shut up.
It's okay. I love all
Excuse
three of
me.
you. Not equally. I obviously love one of you more. And
It's
one of
me.
you severely
It's
less.
me, clearly.
No, I'm just kidding. I like all you guys. And all right. So
Better not say equally.
no, not equally. Not equally. For those of you who do not know, Angela is my main squeeze, who I'm inviting to talk about my side piece. Ha 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 ha.
And you like that one.
I see. It all comes full circle. Okay. At least we're not talking about hot dog water again. That's. All right, so links in the description to all these different lovely places. If you're viewing this on SoundCloud, thank you so much because you are amazing. If we can grow SoundCloud at any kind of bit, that would be absolutely amazing. SoundCloud would obviously pay us more than YouTube would. But if you're watching this on YouTube, I completely understand. There's a reason why we post it to YouTube in the first place, and it's so you lovely people can watch listen to this shit. Also, if you could do us a favor, leave a like, maybe comment on here, maybe share. If you don't really like this podcast, that's perfectly fine. Maybe someone else does. We're always trying to get new people to talk, with. And eventually, if there are some prolific members of this community, I would love to have people on here and have a conversation, maybe interview some of these people. That would be fun, wouldn't it, guys?
Definitely.
Sir.
I could see that being a fun time.
Oh, yeah. All right. Hey there, folks. Welcome back, I guess, to another side piece podcast ending. We'll see you later. Tanner, no ah.